Guys, Coach Chris here. Hopefully, you are having a great Wednesday and a great week overall. Got mom in town. She's here for the coming of baby Zane. I don't know when he's coming. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm excited, but it's all good in the hood. Okay. All right. Let's get into business here. Okay. Because what we're going to talk about today is hustling outside social media. I truly feel like this is your best option when you're starting your online health and fitness coaching business or nutrition and fitness coaching business. I really do, right? And I'll talk about, basically the problems, the solutions. I'll give you guys some tactical tips you guys can try with hustling outside social media. But I mean, to be honest, guys, Eric and I did this, starting back in 2009. We were doing personal training from 2009, 2011 as personal trainers at a small mom and pop's gym. And then, after we hired Dr. Lane Norton, as our first coach and mentor, we saw what he was doing online, right? We kind of mentored under him for 2 years, not 2 years, but maybe like 1.5 years, to really see what he was doing. But this is kind of an approach we took, was hustling outside social media, because social media wasn't as big back then, right? Think about 2010, it wasn't that big. Okay, so we utilized a 3 to 5 mile radius to be able to have people go online, and that's what I'm going to show you guys, and why it's so beneficial if you're really getting started as well too. If you're at the 5K level, 10K level, I mean, look, these things will help out, but you should be pretty solidified. If you have an audience online, I mean, you're probably okay. But let's jump into this, okay? And of course, my tech is frozen. It was doing this earlier, so give me 1 second while I fix this. Because without this, there won't be no magic. Do not dare click off. All right, here we go. That's a cool picture, though, by the way. Okay, so before I get into this, I always like to show results and just proof in the pudding that this stuff works, because I don't want to be that person where I'm just teaching this stuff and there's no results to back it up. So one of our students, Lauren, in the accelerator program, she joined a BNI group here, right? And I'll talk about what that is. And she got, a client from that, okay? And that's the hustling outside social media tactic. And if you look at Mark here, he did a local presentation um, to, I can't even read what this is, to a corporate health project. Okay, this was a local kind of hustling outside social media tactic. And then, it didn't happen from, right off the bat, but a year later they remembered that presentation, they remembered him, and it led to a $14,000 project. Okay, so again, I'm just showing you guys results of hustling outside social media that does work, and we're utilizing this with our students in the program. Okay, so basically, this whole entire like hustling outside your social media menu right here, there's basically not 12 different tactics here that we teach in the accelerator program. I can't teach you guys all 12 today, it'd take too much time, but I am going to sit here and teach you guys these three tactics right here that are going to be very, very useful as far as hustling outside social media. So I'll get into that in a little bit, but again, I want to talk about the problems. If you're starting off in your, online nutrition and fitness coaching business, right? Why you should really consider doing hustling outside social media. And these are some of the problems that you'll face if you really don't kind of consider doing hustling outside social media. Is number one, you're going to be banking on your social media only, whatever it is: Facebook, it's Instagram, it's YouTube, it's a podcast, it's whatever, Threads, it's TikTok, all these different things, right? If you don't have a social media following, then you're just banking on posting a bunch of content and these algorithms, and it's tiring. It's a lot of work to post content. It really, really is. Okay. So you're banking on a lot of social media. Okay. The second thing that leads to is no owned land. Social media is rented land. You do not own your following and your audience on social media. You just don't. Okay. So again, you're rolling the dice with algorithms, you're rolling the dice with social media, and you're rolling the dice with not having owned land. Okay. An owned audience. The third thing this leads to is it leads to frustration and lost hope. And I'm telling you guys, when you get to the frustration level and you get to the part where you lose hope, that's when you hit the quit button in your business. Okay. So those are some problems on, with people starting off and why they should really kind of utilize hustling outside social media. And again, I'm going to give you guys kind of like just the opposite solutions on why you guys should do hustling outside social media if you're getting started and trying to go online. Okay. So again, instead of banking on social media, you guys have a strong foundation in person, right? So again, think about the 3 to 5 mile radius I was talking about. There is tons of clients around there that could be ported into your guys' online programs. Okay, so it really, right, builds a strong in-person foundation for you. You don't have to bank on social media so much. Of course, you're going to do social media in the background as well too. You're going to dominate both. So the second thing too, if like you don't have own rented land, right, then if you don't have an email list, you don't have an SMS list building, if you don't have affiliates, JVs, all that type of stuff, then again, you're running into problems, okay, because you're banking on social media and algorithms too much. So again, If you sit there and dominate a 3 to 5 mile local radius and have a strong foundation, have client support in your online program, this leads to more patience to build an online business. It really does. And I've seen it, with ourselves, and I've seen it, with all of our students as well. And if you have just more patience to build an online business, well, that leads to less mistakes and more growth. Okay. And again, that's costly when you make a bunch of mistakes because it slows down growth. Okay. And if you do all these things right, then you build a brand for the long run and you're playing the long game in your business. And that's how you build it and make it really sustainable going forward. Okay. All right. So let's get into again this whole entire, build your local celebrity status menu. I'm going to give you guys some tactical stuff to work with. So we're going to focus on these 3 things right here. Again, I can't give you the rest of the 9. There's just not enough time to do that. Okay. But there is 12 that we teach in the accelerator program that are very, very effective. And our students are just utilizing all different ones. All right. Let's start off with this one. The co-working advantage. This is powerful because think about it. It depends on where you're at. If you're in a big city, usually you have co-working places like Blank Spaces, WeWorks. Those are all different ones. There's other smaller mom and pop ones too. But in these co-working places, there is people in all different professions, and a lot of these people are sedentary. Okay, they are overweight, they're out of shape, so they need help with their health and fitness. Okay, so you could join a co-working space and you could be the go-to nutritionist, you could be the go-to health and fitness coach, you could be the go-to personal trainer right there. All you need is business cards right here. This is one of our students, Rosa. She did something like this too. So all you need is business cards, okay, just to get started on there. Shake people's hands and let them know what you do. And I tell people, your co-working membership is probably going to be like, I don't know, $200 a month. Well, geez, if you can just maybe get a low ticket client that pays you $200 a month, they just covered your co-working membership, and you get so many other different benefits on there. You can also do like presentations, lunch and learns, all these different things to build your local celebrity status, right, in a 3 to 5 mile radius, import people online and get online clients. Okay. The next one right here is the luxury apartments approach. So again, this all depends where you live, but let's just say that you live, in a city where there's luxury apartments here, okay? Maybe gated communities with apartments. Usually they have gyms in there as well too, okay? And usually what they have too is they have, billboards, they have other different areas, community areas where you can sit there and leave, banners. You can leave flyers. You can leave, business cards that have your, QR code to your Instagram, to your landing page, your website for your online program. Okay. So that's a way to get in front of the people too. Here's a cool little tactic that we teach with the luxury apartments approach. This is really cool, right? Look at Gold Gym. These are door hangers. Okay. Very, very catchy. So if you're going to do this, spend a little bit extra money to make the door hangers really catchy, or else people are just going to throw them away. Make sure there's a QR code on them as well. So you can literally take this and get like 50 door hangers or 100 door hangers, and you can personally go take the time and put them on people's doors, or you can hire somebody, maybe a high school kid, for maybe $20 an hour, right? And give him the door hangers and have him go pass or do 100 door hangers on these luxury apartments where there's residents of all different walks of life, all different professions on there, right? The QR code takes them to your landing page, it takes them to your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever you want them to do, the call to action, okay? But this way it gets in front of people on there, okay, to see who you are. And you can even incentivize these people, these high school kids, for like $10, $20 if they get somebody to take action and contact you, okay? So it's a really cool tactic you guys can do on that. The last one's a BNI group planner. This is really good. Eric and I used to do this too when we were back in Northern California when we were starting off with online programs. So basically just look at BNI programs. But the way this is, it's just a big networking referral group. So for right here, maybe you have, like a real estate agent, you have an insurance agent right here, you have a chiro, you have a masseuse, you have maybe a landscaper, you're a PT, or you're a nutritionist. You guys see where I'm going with this? There's all different professions around this round table right here. And all you guys are doing is cross-referencing each other, referrals, networking, right? Inviting people to different things. And when they do that and they refer you, those become online clients. They don't have to be in-person clients, okay? So that's 3 different tactics right there I just gave you guys on hustling outside social media that you guys can build your online coaching business that way. It doesn't have to be posting a bunch of social media content and banking on algorithms, okay? So hopefully that really helped out. All right, the next steps. Very first thing you can do, if you guys want this workbook, just comment the word workbook below and you guys can take the workbook and you guys can see all the other different tactics on here on how to hustle outside social media. The second thing is, if you guys want, we are actually doing this. We do this every, I would say 90 to 120 days, but we're opening this up because we're doing our laser focused coaching sessions here. We're looking for 10 health and fitness coaches, right, that we're going to get on our podcast. And they're literally 15-minute laser focused coaching sessions where we help you with your number one problem that you're facing in your coaching business. So if it's getting leads, if it's your offer, if it's your systems, your audience, your avatar, hustling outside social media, whatever it is, 15 minutes, one-to-one laser focused coaching. Again, we do this to give back as well too. So we're doing 10 health and fitness coach, mini interviews to go on our podcast. You guys get attention on there. We have over 500 episodes. I think it's over 15,000 downloads. We've had huge people on the podcast like Grant Cardone, Patrick Bet-David, Alex Hormozy, Lane Norton, Seth Godin, so many different people on there. So you guys get to be on that podcast as well too. So again, it's only 10 people. We're doing that next week. So if you're interested in this opportunity, comment below, just podcast, and then we'll give you the application to see if you qualify for one of those 10 spots. So that's really it, guys. That's my spiel on hustling outside social media. I think it's one of the best options you can take if you're starting, from scratch or really just in that beginner's level with your nutrition and fitness coaching business and looking to build an online empire. Okay. Other than that, hopefully it was helpful. If you guys want the workbook, comment the word workbook below. If you guys want to be on the podcast for the 15-minute laser coaching session, comment the word podcast below, and we'll get you guys those details. All right. Other than that, have a great evening. Keep kicking butt out there. Much respect to the work that you guys do in the service and the lives that you guys change out there and the transformations. Keep it up and keep finding ways to win. I'm out.